Welcome to another edition of Top Plays of the Week. We're helping out open teammates and checking out your State Farm top assists. Pass those videos over here. Your first pass is from Just Joshing in the rec. Runs from the left side and doubles down on their own alley-oop toss. That block attempt was close. Almost sent the ball into next week's top plays. Sensational teamwork, and I'm not just joshing. They are! Swinging the ball over to B. Ricey in the rec. Catches a lob on the break and sends up another. It's a close game, but hey, a highlight is a highlight. Great way to reward everyone for running hard and looking out for each other. I almost get teary-eyed thinking about it. It's so beautiful. Which pass deserves your assistance? Vote now for your top play of the week. Today, I'm passing out gratitude cards to the Kings players, and I'm thankful for all of you. Thanks for voting and sending in plays. Next week, you'll select the top play of Season 6. Oh, hey, DeMontis, I have something for you. Wait up.
Starting Five is your chance to compete with a full NBA team against another My Player.
Your My Player takes their position on the team that you select.
So you might want to find a team where your presence can improve the way that team plays.
You'll be player locked with MP, so it's all about strategy, when to let your team shine,
and the key moments when you decide to step up and become the difference maker in the game.
The games are 4 quarters and 5 minutes each. There are no substitutions. It's just your starting 5, and that's the name of the game.
Can you use the best players on your team and find a way to outsmart your opponents?
Try out Starting 5 today. You'll earn VC, XP, and rep for every game played, and it's a fun way to badge up.
The NBA 2K community is like no other. There's passion and competitiveness, but there's also a strong bond for many that's just like family.
And over the years, we've connected with many that have told us that their NBA 2K family has pulled them through some tough times.
Absolutely. We've been inspired, and that's one reason we've started our series, My 2K Life, to share those stories and to get to meet the people behind the community.
Next up is a fan favorite and a friend of NBA 2K TV. Here's a look at the life and journey of King Jordan.
My brother always played basketball games. He always played 2K. And it always was around me, and sometimes I used to get on the game and play with him. Man, let's come out, let's hoop, man. Let's go hoop, man. What y'all want to do? Basketball is a lifesaver for me. Always was. Good steal, come on. Oh, you didn't hit me. Tone, you didn't hit me. I'm really appreciative of 2K because it saved my life so many times. It kept me in the house, and I never thought I would be a content creator.
I'm King Jordan DF, and this is my 2K life.
Taj, what's good?
What's up, man? Long time no see.
Man, I know. I need a cut so bad. So yeah.
Bad. That mean bring you back to life.
Yes.
So what you been up to?
You know, just working hard, you know, uploading content, streaming.
This something you're gonna definitely see yourself doing for a long, long term.
I really do. And I really want to take it to a whole nother level, you know, just to inspire people. You know, so many people go through so much. And I had so many people reach out to me and told me that my content has helped them throughout their day, especially through COVID, when everybody had to stay home. Yeah, no, thank you. Man, this is...
For sure.
Come on, man. I appreciate you.
For sure.
Appreciate you. Thank you. I was born in Springfield, Illinois, and my mother, she would travel back and forth to Chicago, Illinois. It was tough, seeing a lot of things, did a lot of things as well. I remember sometimes, you know, the bill didn't get paid and we had to sleep on the floor. and, open the oven to warm us up at night. So these times was humbling beginnings for me because it showed me a lot about life, and it made me understand and grow up quickly. What got scary was I caught a misdemeanor case when I was 17, and the guy, got into it with my brother, and was a next door neighbor, and I protected my brother. Went to court for it, couldn't afford a lawyer or anything, and just took the charges. But I was very thankful for that because it helped me get my life on a straight path and realize that I can't always speak with these, but handle situations differently. I remember it was so hard. I lived a street life. It was so hard for me to stay in on the weekends. But I had a person that told me, like, no, I'm gonna get you a console and you're gonna stay in here and play 2K.
What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing today, man? Shout out to everybody that's here. Appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. This is a special night for me.
I had a friend that just told me, hey, man, you should be a content creator, man. You have an amazing personality, and I think that you would do really good, and you're really good at making builds, and you're really skilled at the game, and I didn't think I was. Starting to be a content creator it made me feel good.
I remember I had an ex-girlfriend and I told her that this was gonna happen, and look at my life now. Look at my life. This is amazing. I'm so thankful.
First person that came into my stream, and I was streaming 2K20, and Pack Hoops, he was a content creator, came into my stream, and I knew exactly who he was, and he was like, bro, don't stop streaming. You have a gift in streaming. You're gonna make it in streaming.
I like Vegas because it just motivates me to want to be more.
I made the decision to move to Vegas in 2022. And the reason why I made that decision, I just signed a deal that was amazing. I was very thankful for it. And I was able to, move here and take care of myself. It was scary because I was leaving my mom, I was leaving my whole family, I was leaving my support system, and I was just like, hey, I'm gonna come here and just start all over.
The lights. I think it's the lights that get you. We here. Look at the defense. Come on.
A lot of people don't know this, but when I got my TikTok deal, I was actually the first streamer to stream on TikTok, streaming NBA 2K.
I love playing with the community. That's one thing about me. I love playing with the community. It's actually a
Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Pascal Siakam out there with Isaiah Jackson. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And for Toronto, we've got R.J. Barrett. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Dick. Then it's MP. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. And in the second game of a back-to-back, it must be hard to keep your energy up on consecutive nights.
Well, that's why we see so many coaches sit healthy players for the second game. But the NBA has done a great job over the past 4 or 5 seasons cutting back on back-to-back nights where games are scheduled. And the players spoke up, and the league listened.
Outside Dick. Pass to Barrett. Back to Dick. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go with a three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Haliburton looking for an opening. Inside. Hangs. Siakam with the bucket. Getting it done inside.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And let's use this time to take a look at the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Tyrese Haliburton.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
Now here's Haliburton. What a tremendous game he played against Miami. Mathurin against Barrett. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming.
That's his first whistle foul. 14 fouls.
When you are, he
at the line for the Pacers.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Haliburton
2 shots.
in the 2024 All-Star game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points.
And Haliburton, a guy you just continue to see grow game by game, an exceptional talent and a great mind.
And both free throws good for Haliburton.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's quickly. Pacers with a rebound.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Offensive rebound.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Dick, the pass to Pirtle. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
When it comes to interior scoring, Pirtle is as efficient as they come.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Alex.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. He said one person we cannot overlook is Tyrese Haliburton. He said the guy has a major impact on the game, even when he's not scoring, which he usually is. He sets the tempo for the team. He can defend, rebound, pass the ball. Kid's got it all. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Barrett.
I like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Haliburton up top, guarded by Quickly from 12 feet. And it's MP with a rebound. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Dick, the pass to Barrett. Oh, and that one, no question.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
And the Pacers call time here. Coming off that win against the Heat.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game.
I need to hear you at your very loudest.
I love watching that game and in particular their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Toronto ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Raptors trail by 4. On the court for the Pacers. Second quarter underway. Obi Toppin out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Haliburton. Then there's T.J. McConnell. And it's Jackson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's MP. Indiana with a rebound. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
And while they were regarded as the better team, they actually lost the season series last year. Of course, matchups play a big part in that.
Haliburton, no good. The Raptors shooting a solid 47%. Here's Walter, defended by Haliburton. And here's MP from outside. On target from range. MP's got 5.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
It's Matherin. Uses the glass to drop it in. 5 points in the game.
And you got to be right up on Matherin, especially when he's roaming around the mid-range.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Matherin with a rebound. Pacers leading by 3. McConnell outside. Pass to Jackson. Parked it down low that time.
That'll be 2 seconds. Raptors ball.
And with a quick break, let's see which rookies are making the greatest impact on the glass. And so MP will bring it up for Toronto. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Walter, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Walter from Emmanuel Quickly.
Now here's McConnell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Matherin. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Toppin shot is off. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Down low. Olynyk passes to MP. Back to Olynyk. Over Toppin. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about
That's his
what we
first
need to
personal
do
foul.
night in and night out,
First team
regardless
foul.
of the opponent. As we grow,
At the line
more
for
schemes
2.
for opponent preparation.
Walter.
EA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Toronto shooting their first foul shots of the night. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Couldn't put them in the lead, but at least does enough to tie it up.
6 to shoot. Here's Dick. Pass to Walter from downtown. Drops it. Walters has got 6 here in the quarter.
Now shooting the 3-ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Toppin. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Pirtle's got a high defensive IQ, great awareness, which is why he's able to block and alter so many shots.
Oh, nice shot by MP. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Their activity on the defensive end has been fantastic here tonight.
Toronto ball. Substitution on the court.
That's just getting them out on the break and speeding them up.
Some changes for Indiana. Wiseman comes in for Toppin. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Matherin. And during the first...
At the end of the first half of play, the score. Your Raptors,
they're up by
41. The Pacers, 38. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Raptors Youth Dance Team.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been quite a game for Grady Dick.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
MP is out there with Jakob Pirtle. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's quickly in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game Hill's got 6 rebounds now in the game. MP with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. MP, the pass to Quickly. Back to MP. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. MP's got 9 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And here's Nembhard. He's got 6. Pass to Mathurin. To the middle. Jackson down low. He's working on Pirtle. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Outside Dick. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 7-point Toronto lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Jackson. And he floats it in for the easy 2.
Assist
Credit
goes
to
to
Sweet Set.
Andrew
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Raptors lead by 5. Now Quickly. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to dunk it home.
Pass to Barrett. Shoots over Mathurin, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Barrett does a good job there just creating the shot for himself. He is a scorer.
Here's Halliburton. Again, the Pacers go for 2 more.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Quickly passes to MP. Outside Dick. Back to MP. Fires from deep. Out of bounds. Indiana's ball.
Pacers ball.
Because that one's preventable.
Substitution on the
Defense
court.
has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Olenek checked in for Pirtle. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Halliburton.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Nembhard outside. A minute 53 left in the third. The shot off that time. Raptors lead by 3. Here's MP. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2
That's
free
his
throws.
second personal foul.
You can't block
First
it.
team foul.
Sending him to the line can be the next best
At the
thing.
line for
Toronto
your
shooting their
Raptors.
4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. First one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
Some changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in for Barrett. Brown comes in for Dick. And Mitchell's subbed in for Quickly. Wiseman, he's checked in for Indiana. Neesmith comes in for Nembhard. Here's McConnell. And it's MP with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Up and in on the layup. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
McConnell outside. Now here's Neesmith. Guarded closely.
Neesmith.
And it's McConnell with the assist that time.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's MP. It's hauled in by McConnell. Pacers trail by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Pass to Mathurin. Neesmith with it. Here's Wiseman. From 11 feet away. Reed.
24 second shot clock violation. Raptors ball. Substitution on the court.
Fernando's checked in. And the Pacers also making it. Raptors lead. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Halliburton and Nembhard, the one of the two. And it's Indiana ball. Get up to 5, roaming the paint. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Halliburton against Quickly. Pass to Toppin. Three-pointer. Is rebounded by Barrett.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pirtle. Pass to Quickly. Back to Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. And it's Quickly. Back time on the assist by Pirtle. Quickly's got 4 points this quarter.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then he has taken over.
And he lobs it up.
And for a big guy, he is quick off the floor.
And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. MP finds Barrett. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
And he's good on the second.
You can see the focus here from R.J. Barrett. He brings a subtle intensity to his game on both ends of the floor.
Halliburton, the pass to Nembhard. Count it.
Andrew
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket,
Tyrese Halliburton.
Outside Dick. MP outside. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now. Time called here.
Indiana
decides to talk it over.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Substitution. Isaiah Jackson. Maverick.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
I'll tell you what, for him, it doesn't get much better than this. Putting on an absolute clinic while the home fans went wild. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard
Raptors foul. Jakob Poeltl. That's his second personal foul. 15 foul.
He can stop right now. I need you
Shooting
guys to
for
bring some more
Indiana.
energy on defense.
Isaiah Jackson.
That's how we'll get this win.
Taking
Guys.
2 shots.
Thanks for that, Allie. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. so Jackson nails both of them.
He showed a lot of composure that trip to the line. Now it's almost a one-possession game.
Quickly drives in. That shot off. Great D that time from Halliburton. To the paint. Here's Siakam. Yep, count it. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam being that guy for this team.
Toronto leading by 4. Outside Dick. It's Barrett on the wing. Mathurin with a rebound. Indiana has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Offensive board. Siakam off target at the rim. Toronto has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. It's Barrett on the wing. Excellent D there from Siakam.
Gotta appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed on.
Isaiah Jackson
down there at all times.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Barrett can't hit. To tie it up, it's Siakam with the drive. Can't get it to go. Shooting 6 for 12 from the field now. Here's MP.
Number 13.
No fear in his
Emmanuel Quickley.
Loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
The 11-footer lets it go from the wing. He connects.
Andrew
And he's brought them
Nembhard.
within 2 points now.
Great at facilitating guys willing to move because Tyrese is a team
Pacers
first
foul.
type of player.
And now we've
Tyrese
got an
Halliburton.
intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. 4th-team foul.
Seconds left in the
Pacers
final
foul.
quarter. And that's an intentional
Tyrese
foul.
Halliburton. That's his second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for your Raptors, Emmanuel Quickley. 2 shots.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Really known as a microwave scorer, Quickley's fearlessness is what allows him to really get cooking.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Big free throws right there to make this a 2-possession game.
Indiana calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Yeah!
Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, what a
3.
sensational bucket. That brings it within 1. Here's Quickley. And now an
Pacers
intentional
foul.
foul. They need the ball
Tyrese
back as soon as
Halliburton.
possible.
That's his
There's no question
third
they
personal
have to
foul.
foul. Now, I'm
Team
sure
is
they
in
would
the penalty.
prefer to avoid it.
At the line for your Raptors, Emmanuel Quickley. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2.
You get Quickley out there, and he's a bit of a rascal, right? Offensively, he can score inside, he scores outside. He just causes some problems out there.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them? And there's only one option. They need a try.
Now, this is all
Raptors foul.
outside the arc.
Number 13.
I like how Siakam
That's his first
uses
personal
body
foul.
control to
Team's
adjust
in
to
the
what the
penalty.
defense is doing.
At the line for the Pacers,
That brings him within 2 here.
Pascal Siakam. Taking 2 shots.
Siakam
both.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And now they
Indiana
foul.
foul.
Yeah, that was a smart move. You have to foul.
That's
right
his
there.
second
You just don't
personal
want to
foul.
run out the clock.
At the line for Toronto. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game. "15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one." Quickly against Halliburton. Here's Siakam. Off target from the wing. And they go.
His first foul. Tyrese Halliburton. That's his 4th personal foul. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he's unable to get the second one. So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win. And that's so true. You have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end.
We hope you enjoyed your visit tonight. Don't forget to grab a souvenir for the fans at home on your way out. Drive safe, everyone.
This is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Relax. But he was like, hey, I'm with a whole bunch of people. I got to call you back, okay? He was like, man, I love you. I got to call you back. And I waited for him to call me back. I didn't get a call. Went to bed. Get a call from my younger brother. And it's like, when you get a call at 5 o'clock in the morning, you know it's not good. And my brother was just like, man, Emmanuel, he's gone. He's dead. I didn't know how I was going to make it back home because it was like so much going on that month. I had to go to New York for 2K. On top of that, My deal brands did not pay me that.
It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Doris Burr, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrating Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I told Doris and Greg and David just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So, with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands and really the direction. The nucleus led by Big Joe in Oklahoma City. That is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I meet dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course. Agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso.
And then go quickly.
The form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's George in at the 3. And for Toronto, they've got MP. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Barrett, and it's Skrtel in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. And too much time in the lane. They get
That's a 3-second violation.
And now,
Raptors ball.
More games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Checking out Toronto, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
And here's MP for 3. Dort grabs the miss. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Williams.
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard,
Toronto foul.
Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
So let's not have anyone here.
Shooting for Oklahoma City.
They're all
Nugent
fun to
Thor.
watch.
Taking
First
2
trip to the free
shots.
throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Dort. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Now, here's Barrett. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Passes to Caruso. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander quickly covering. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And
And with that threat of the outside jumper, a homer generates space for this offense.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Williams against MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
As a jump shooter,
First team foul.
Certainly qualifies as one.
Shams,
At
we
the
know you grew
line
up
for
in
your
Chicago.
Raptors.
I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls
Two
fan.
shots.
Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That's someone, wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Lugan
You look at Grady Dick's
assist from
physical gifts, and you
Chad
see it's
Holmgren.
all there. Size, length,
Toronto
careful
with the
training, and
timeout.
hard work could make him into something special.
So, timeout called here. First for Toronto. Defeated by the Pacers in the last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
Some changes. Ampache's checked in, and it's Brown in for Grady Dick. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with
Number 13.
the players, the agents, the GM, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me,
2 minutes
it's
left
about
in the
relationships,
first.
it's about daily
2 minutes.
communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
That's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Number
Trust
13.
and faith, and that develops
That's his
early,
first personal
not
foul.
taking shortcuts. I'm very
Second
much
team foul.
And
Shooting
guys,
for
let's get your
Oklahoma
take on
City.
the scoring breakdown
Chad
for the Thunder.
Holmgren.
So
At the
far, they
line
moved
for
the
one.
ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Goes checked in for Toronto. Mitchell comes in for Quickly. And then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. The Thunder lead by 7. On the way to CBA, introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron.
Thunder
And the
foul.
amount of big contracts
Isaiah
we see teams
Hartenstein.
give to players.
That's his first
You're going to
personal
see it at
foul.
the top, but that may
Second
dwindle
team foul.
in the middle of their roster. But we will
At the
see
line
it
for
competitively
Toronto.
because of these new CBA changes. And less of a chance of super
Two shots.
teams, and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Back to Hartenstein. Mitchell against Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Toronto with the rebound. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Agbaji, the pass to Brown. Olynyk with it. Lots of room. And he drops that one in.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Brown. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Mitchell kicks to Olynyk. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Mitchell passes to Brown. Gets it off.
The end of the first quarter game. Score is 1 Raptors. 11. The Thunder, 16.
You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And that does it for the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. Dort and Williams up in the forward position. Alex Caruso out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams at the center locking down the middle. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and things in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your, like I'm talking to my teenage daughter, what is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute. Most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin. I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest. In sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 7. A shot for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA. It's been LeBron's league. It's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic. into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me again here. What about Anthony Edwards? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call him Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Now with a whole new group, and a new group in here for the Thunder. Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Hartenstein comes in for Wiggins.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Wiggins. Hasn't made one yet. On the wing, Wallace. Oklahoma City needs to get off his
Gilgeous-Alexander. At the end of the first half of play, the score is your Raptors 22, the Thunder 29.
Enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but